Good evening. The chief executive of the Virgin Rail Group has told Central tonight legal action is a possibility after the West Coast mainline franchise was awarded to First Group. Tony Collins is calling for a review into the rail franchising system. Wesley Smith reports.
Virgin has run the West Coast mainline through the West Midlands to London for 15 years. But its time is officially up, as the new contract has been awarded to First Group, who also run services to the capital from Peterborough, Herefordshire and Worcestershire. But Richard Branson and his Virgin Group aren't going without a fight, and they have the support of 143,000 people to date who've signed a petition to get the West Coast mainline franchise debated in Parliament. Passengers at Birmingham International today seem content with the present service.
I think the decision's ridiculous.
Yeah. Why is that?
Well, I mean, he's made such a good job of it, and he has the finances to make sure that the service is maintained.
I think it's going to cause a lot of disruptions, and people need to get used to the fact that there's a whole brand new company that's going to run the line. Yeah, keep Virgin.
Personally, I believe in state-running stuff that is a natural monopoly, like the trains and healthcare and that. And the French system's a lot better.
First Group pledges include introducing new trains from Birmingham to Glasgow and a new direct service from Telford and Shrewsbury to London. But Virgin questioned First's ability to deliver on all its promises. At home near Dudley, Virgin Rail Group's chief executive says the system of allocating operating licences is flawed.
It seems that the Department of Transport are very determined to steamroller this decision through. I hope that's not the case, because I think there are some real questions that need to be answered over this West Coast franchise. They've gone for the highest bidder again, as they did on East Coast, and they failed twice. Have they applied the guarantee rules properly? Are First Group putting enough money on the table to back up their bid? You know, we are rated the best long-distance operator in the country, and that's because of our staff. So it hurts me personally because I've had to walk through the stations at Wolverhampton and Birmingham, where the areas I live, and the staff are distraught by the decision.
First Group insists it can provide the improvements it's outlined in its successful bid, but Labour says it has concerns over how the move would affect fares and levels of service.
It wouldn't hurt in a 15-year deal for them to delay for a few weeks in order to enable Parliament to have satisfactory answers from the Secretary of State to raise questions, real questions about whether this is the right way forward.
In a statement, First Group say our bid is deliverable and it provides the best deal for taxpayers, for passengers and for staff on the West Coast mainline. We're one of the country's most experienced rail operators and have a good track record. We can understand why Virgin are disappointed to have lost, but the fact is that under its stewardship, the West Coast mainline has experienced the poorest punctuality and reliability of any route in the country, while our franchises are all above 90%. Richard Branson says he'll happily hand back the franchise if he gets the answers to some serious questions. Meanwhile, he's holding firmly on to the West Coast mainline, and it seems he has considerable support. Wesley Smith for Central Tonight.
Well, meanwhile, hundreds of train workers at Bombardier